In this video, we will see what is the difference between connected Ketron through MIDI interface that is built in Ketron through USB cable using MIDi Gadget function, or connecting Ketron with through regular MIDI cables to interface. Now we want to explore, can it work perfectly well without MIDI interface? So we will focus on Ketron MIDi Gadget. It means we are using Ketron MIDI interface. Now, before you want to use Ketron MIDI interface, I want to make sure that you know some things. It is always better to turn on Ketron and turn on, let us go, menu, MIDI, USB MIDI keyboard connection. Now, if USB MIDI keyboard connection is engaged, now we can use as a MIDi Gadget Ketron and connection through USB MIDI interface. If is this connected, USB engaged, USB MIDI. Now, in my opinion, it is always better first turn on Ketron and turn on this connection and then start Cubase. If you do, for example, if you turn this on in the middle of working of Cubase, if Cubase is already running and you turn this on, sometimes you can get problems. But let us see, am I going to get some problems right now? Because as you can see, my Cubase was open all the time. I didn't close Cubase. It is open. And I just engaged USB MIDI. So I'm not using now my MOTU. Now let me go to choose style that should work, that is using audio drums. Now let me play that style. So it is working perfectly well. So I didn't have any interruption, even in situation where my Cubase was running already, and later I did engage in menu section MIDI. I did engage USB MIDI keyboard. I'm using USB MIDI connection as through interface. Let me see what do we have here in Ketron. Actually, to make sure that it works, I have to do something else. I have to disconnect MIDI connection because maybe my MOTU is working. Maybe my MOTU is working. Let us see now if I start playing. Oh, it's not playing. That is a good thing that I did. So I am not going to make another video. It is good that just it happened in this video. So now nothing is playing. Nothing is playing. Why? Simple. Because first what I have to do, I have to go to Studio. I have to go to More Options, to MIDI Device Manager, and my Ketron output should be now MIDi Gadget, not MIDI Express. Now it's MIDi Gadget. Now let me see, is here engaged MIDi Gadget. On every channel it says it is missing Ketron because I changed from MOTU to MIDi Gadget. Now I have to change every single channel here, and it has to be directed to KetronSD90 MIDi Gadget. That's it. So let me use this. Okay, KetronSD90 MIDi Gadget. KetronSD90 MIDi Gadget. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Okay. Almost done. Actually, I need just those orange channels. I'm not using others, but I can change everything to make sure that I didn't forget anything, just if I want to continue work with other channels. Okay, everything is SD90 MIDi Gadget. Okay, let me now play and see is everything synchronized. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. That is good. Why is good? That proves actually that Cubase cannot run before we turn this on. Now, let me just now close Cubase. I will, for example, save this. Let me save it as MIDi Gadget. Doesn't matter. Spelling, no spelling. Gadget. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to quit Cubase. Okay. I did quit Cubase. My Ketron is ready. Everything is, clock in is there, USB MIDI, everything is there. Now I will just start Cubase. Okay. And let us see. On the beginning I told you that we should start Ketron and this connection before we start Cubase or any another software that you are using, Logic Pro or whatever. Now, I'll go to recent project, open. Okay. And to see, first I'm going to see connection. If we have more problems, it will be good, not bad, because then we can together explore what was problem and you can learn what is problem. Okay, Ketron, MIDi Gadget, that is fine. Now, synchronization, transport, project synchronization setup. There is going to be a problem. Destination, okay, MIDi Gadget. That was problem. Now, okay. Now, let's play. Everything is working perfectly well. Now let us try something else. Now let us see what actually was problem. Running Cubase or this synchronization. Let us explore that. Okay. Everything we are working and we are thinking when we have problem, what could be problem? Okay, now a clock in is disengaged. It means if you press play in Cubase, nothing will happen. Now, I will disconnect this. Now let us say Cubase is there, everything is connected. Now we are connecting USB MIDI keyboard. Now we are using clock in. Now Cubase was running and now we want to play. Everything works without any problem. It means even if Cubase was running, everything was working properly well. So we'll go to transport. We will go to project synchronization and see that destination is here Express 128 and down should be MIDi Gadget is engaged. So both of them are engaged. So now you can see that synchronization is working very well. And everything is directed to KetronSD90 MIDi Gadget. Every channel here is directed to this But if we play those styles that are using live drums, let us listen how it works with synchronization. No, it's not synchronized. Okay, now if we engage recording, yeah, this video is experimental video. You are going with me together through some options and to see is there going to happen something. So I could make perfect video with explanation what you have to do, but I want you to see what I'm doing here, how I'm getting those informations, how I am coming to some answers that I need. Now, let me play a complement, everything. Everything is mess. Why is mess? Because we know that this style is using those live drums. If we disconnect live drums, everything is going to be perfect because only live drums are making problem. I have to... Okay, look at that. It doesn't work. Okay, synchronization is not working. Let me see what is happening. Okay, let me choose another style, ballad, and play. Okay, why do I don't need solo? So it's not starting, it's not playing. That means that Ketron stopped responding on synchronization. Ketron did stop because in menu, in MIDI, clock in MIDI, everything's perfectly fine. So we are going back. Okay, let us choose style that we know that is working perfectly well. And Ketron doesn't work. So we will see what we have to do. Let us first try to disconnect Ketron. Menu, MIDI, disconnect Ketron. And then connect Ketron again, go there, style output only, USB MIDI. Try to play. Okay, now problem is not there. So you saw what I did, and now we can continue work. Sometimes we are getting unpredictable problems, and we are trying to go through all those stuff and to see how we can fix them, how we can avoid them, how we can trick Ketron to work again without restarting Ketron or without restarting Cubase. In some situation, we have to restart Cubase, even Ketron, but let us see, can we do something without that? So now it is working perfectly well. Now I will recreate problem. How did we get that problem? I will go here. I'll go choose this style that doesn't have synchronization, and we will play the style. Is not synchronized. Other instruments are synchronized but not drums. We will go to live modeling, and what we did last time, we just disconnect, we muted live drums, And we lost live drums and we lost synchronization totally. This time we didn't lose it. That happened last time when I muted live drums. We lost all instruments, but this time we didn't lose them. This time you can hear that all other instruments, even live guitars, they are synchronized perfectly well. It's a very fast changing of the tempo, so sometimes you have feeling that it's not, but it is synchronized. But when we have drums, drums are not synchronized. Drums are not changing tempo. See, I'm going to play just drums and tempo is always the same. Okay. That is because we are using this live drums. But let us see, go back to this style that is using audio drums. Now everything is going to be good. Okay, let me play everything. Just a moment. Play everything. Everything is synchronized, very well synchronized. So, what is focus of this video? Focus is to explain you the, where we have sometimes problem, why problems are there, and to try how it works with MIDI gadget connection. And it works okay. It doesn't matter if you have MIDI gadget connection or MOTU connection. Only one thing that matters is your setting. If you are using computer sequencer, first let me stay with this connection and record something. Engage recording. Okay, we have ballad. Okay, let me record something. I'll engage all those buttons, recording buttons, and start recording of this style. And I got problem. It doesn't work. Let me stop. That is problem that I got from friend. He sent me that problem from Italy. It happened. And I am happy that happened here right now. So now we will try to figure out what happened and how we can avoid this. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase this recording that doesn't have anything nice recorded. Now, without recording, I'm going to try to start this style again. No, I cannot start it again. No. Now, let me go here. Actually, let me go just to double check what I have here. Okay, disconnect, disconnect. I'll press here. I will go here where I have saved, clock in, and I will connect USB connection. USB MIDI. In whole video, we are using KetronSD MIDi Gadget. Now, let us try to play that again. Nice working, good. Now I will engage recording, but just tracks that I want to record. What I want to avoid? I want to avoid engage recording in MIDI channel number 1. Because through that global channel I am communicating between Novation and Ketron. So let me record this. Again, problem. Keyboard is frozen. Now we want to figure out what is going on here. When I engage a recording, I have problem. Now, let me see. Now, let me erase this. Yeah, this video is maybe going to be a little bit longer, but as I mentioned at the beginning, this video is something when we are exploring and learning and trying to figure out where is problem and why, and how we can get rid of this problem. Let me see, is that problem because of Ketron USB MIDI interface? What I'm going to do, I will disconnect Ketron USB MIDI interface and I'm going to use connection MIDI device manager. I'm going to use Express port 1, but I have to connect those cables. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Hopefully those are cables that I need. There is one more cable. I will see. I will see if it's that cable or not. Let me, okay, what I have to do now, Express port 1. I will close that and I have to direct this everything to Express port 1. Okay. It's not MIDI Gadget. It's Express port 1. Port 1. KetronSD90. Okay. I'm not going to use other. Okay, I'm just those orange. I'm going to try to see how it works with just them. Okay. Okay, it works. Now I'm going to engage recording. And now I'm going to record that. Okay, now let me see why is not recorded anything. Oh, okay. Do you know why? Because this cable, I wasn't sure, is that cable or this one? It is this one. I have one cable that I'm using for some other connections. Okay, that is that cable. That cable. Now we will see, is that going to record anything? I think is that. Yeah. Okay, everything is recorded. Now we have some answers here. Everything is connected through MOTU MIDI interface with regular MIDI cables. And it is working perfectly well. That's why I prefer to work with MOTU MIDI interface or external MIDI interface, because if I'm working with external MIDI interface, I don't have any problems. In terms of connection, we already know that those problems that we have in live drums in terms of synchronization. But in terms of MIDI drums, audio drums, all tracks, so they are working perfectly well. Synchronization is okay. And you can see that I did record everything. Now if I want to listen recording, I can listen that recording. Okay, everything is working very well. Recorded, there is no problem. Everything separately recorded. Even audio drums are working very well. Those are audio drums. Here we can listen to audio drums only. Yeah, they are working very well without any problem. Audio drums, so everything is working very well. But now we are connected through MOTU MIDI interface. Now we want to again establish connection. It will take a little time, but we have time when we are learning something. We have plenty of time because we want to make sure how it works. Now, again, I will avoid cable connection, disconnect cables, and I'm going to use USB MIDI connection. And in USB MIDI connection, I have to change again this guy, Studio, to MIDI Gadget. Yep. Yeah, MIDI Gadget, okay. And those channels, you can actually, if you don't have template, you just can go directly down to MIDI Gadget or to your interface. If you don't have template, skip template and go directly to MIDI Gadget or to MIDI interface. So let us go to template because I have template. I want to show you benefit of the template. Now, again, MIDI Gadget. So let me see, is that first one MIDI Gadget? Yeah, MIDI Gadget. Okay, we are getting there. Okay, now everything is connected to MIDI Gadget. Same setting, everything. Difference is just now we are using USB MIDI connection. And now let us try to play that. Problem. Now we know how we can get rid of this problem. First problem. We will just disconnect USB. We'll just jump here and go back here just to do something and then connect USB again. And hopefully it will work now. Yeah. But it stopped. It stopped, that is not good. Let me reset. MIDI. It didn't stop this keyboard, so I can stop it here. Now, let me try to play that again. Okay. Now it doesn't play. Now we'll again turn off this, turn off clocking. Turn on clock, turn on MIDI. Wait for a little bit. Now, let us play. My conclusion is that USB MIDI interface from Ketron is not stable at all. Using MIDI Gadget with MIDI USB interface from Ketron, I don't suggest that because it is not stable, it doesn't work properly. They have to do a lot of fixing, so because there is tons of problems with that. That's why I am skipping that interface and I am connecting Ketron again with cables. Okay, so I guess this is this cable now. Let me just use proper cable, and now I am what I have to do, I have to go to Studio, I have to go to More Options, and not MIDI Gadget, Express 128 port 1. That is my Ketron connection, and then I have to change everything. KetronSD90 to Express. I like MOTU interfaces. They are working very well and they're very stable. So I have several MOTU MIDI interfaces, like MOTU. I used to work with MOTU Ultralight. It has audio card and interface. It was working well. And then I have this 128. I have another one, old one. I forgot the name of that one. But it works very well. It's as well MOTU. Okay, let me see. Is everything now changed? Okay. Ketron. Okay, let me go down, scroll down. Oh, missing. So I have to put everything actually to Ketron because I want to keep it, that connection that I'm always using. Down. Okay. Ketron. Oh, here I have SD90. Ketron. There I have to change to this one. I have to make sure that every output is matching. KetronSD90, MOTU 128. Ketron port 1. Okay, channels are there. Now everything's ready. Everything's ready and it should work properly without any problem. Let me play it. Yeah. Now, okay, now let me record everything. Okay, now I'll finish this video with some conclusion that we can learn from this video. It's a little bit longer video, but it has a lot of problems on fly that we met during the experiments. So, and I showed you how I was thinking how to fix those problems and how to get around all those problems. And conclusion is next. If you want to have stable connection with SD90 and your computer and software, do not use Ketron USB MIDI interface. That is one thing. Instead of that, use some MOTU interface. There are a couple of them. I think there is one. If you go to MOTU site, I can help you a little bit there. I can tell you what I have. I think, let me see. I'll show you which one I have. I have a couple of them. Okay, I have this one. This one is actually that one that I'm presently connected. Products. So let me go to products to see. Okay, MIDI interfaces. Okay, MIDI Express. My friend has, but I have old one. Out. What is the name? I forgot. It's not here. Do we have older? interfaces. Let me just see if I can get it maybe somewhere here. MOTU, some old MOTU MIDI interfaces. So see more. See more. I cannot find. I have really one old MOTU MIDI interface. It's working excellent, excellent, without any problem. I have it in Bosnia, and I'm using that with my connection over there. So MOTU interfaces discontinued. Just I want to show you that one. Okay, the box MOTU something like I'm a little bit hungry. My stomach is rumbling, telling me go and have breakfast. Okay, this is some discussion. Like unicorn, something like that. A unicorn, MOTU interface, maybe something like that. I cannot get it. Oh, okay. Two MIDI output, two input. MOTU 2 times 2. I cannot get it. It's so old, so even doesn't exist anymore on that. Okay, I know how I can get it. Sorry about that waiting. Just I want to tell you, show you that MOTU. Okay. Okay, where is MOTU? Okay, it's there. If I go to downloads, and if I go category, MIDI interfaces, select your product, and go down. Oh, it's there, fast line. Fast line, though that's it, that old interface that I have. So that is that old interface. Same driver like this interface. So I have that interface. So if you can find one of those old interfaces, they work very well with Mac and PC. I don't have any problem. I have latest Mac operating system. It works with any older operating system or newer operating system. So just you have to install last driver and it works perfectly well. I have older than this one. I have a green one that is a couple of years older than this one, and it works perfectly well. Same shape, everything, just it is see-through, you can see, and it is green inside. So I have that MIDI interface that I'm using. So, but MOTU has, in my opinion, very good products in terms of MIDI interfaces and some good cars. I used to work with ultralight card. In my opinion, on first place comes Apogee, then RME is there near to Apogee, and then Universal Audio, and then after that, I think that MOTU is there together with some other companies. So, thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in my next video. It is a little bit longer video, but it has a lot of good information for you. Thank you. Bye.